Ah, lovely. Shumbafoot is indeed a melting pot of cultures and the home of Afrocentric creativity. Today is the first day of our Global Summit event, and I would like to welcome you all on this platform. Let me take this opportunity to welcome our special guest, my colleague, the leader of the creativity community.
Greetings to you all. I'm very glad to be with you all on this platform. Ngiyabonga kakhulu.
Indeed. Talking about technology, please share with us the contributions that modern technology has made to enhance Shumbafoot creativity.
Yeah, sure. Shumbafoot has benefited a lot from technology and creativity, and we can analyze some stats so that we get to understand more about what Shumbafoot has gained over the years. So we're going to look at this graphical presentation of the data that we collected from 90 videos on Shumbafoot Creative Space, which is the YouTube channel for Shumbafoot. You can see that we have put into different categories. We just tried to put criteria as Shumbafoot Creativity, the branch of Shumbafoot, and we just tried to categorize some videos, 90 of them, which is not all of the videos on Shumbafoot Creative Space, but those that we chose and thought were essential for this analysis. Okay, so for the horizontal axis we have the categories, and then for the views we have the views. So it's basically the views in thousands, so 0 to 4,000, and then that's the scale. And then we have the graphs, the bars rather. Okay, not bars but triangles. Yes, they're just triangles, just a unique way of presenting it, but it's just a design, not much of any significance in our analysis. So we have animations and astrophysics, Shumbafoot summits, science and math, commercials, and then music-based videos. As you can see, music-based, we just bunched up a lot of videos in that category, so that's why you see that the triangle is a bit longer than the others, especially with the comparison to the astrophysics one, which we would expect to be the most because we've produced a lot of videos. But in the music-based, it was more generalized. We should have specified, I think, but for the sake of our own analysis, I think we can see that we have made more progress in the music-based videos. And you can see that with the music-based videos, it's the same amount of videos with the Shumbafoot Summit. The percentage is the same, 16.7 for both. But the other one started in 2019, the other one started in 2021. But you can see that the music-based has gotten more views and probably more likes than the Shumbafoot Summits. We need to work on that because this is the event that we are dealing with. This is the first segment, so we are hoping that with more segments and more future events of this nature, we will have more views. And we need to upgrade on the animations that we have. I can see that we have a lesser percentage of animations compared to the music based, so we need to work on that as well. And also in comparison with astrophysics has been doing well ever since 2021, and also even 2020. From the time it started in 2020, it has also been accepted by many people, and most of our subscribers are enjoying those videos rather. So we really appreciate that, the support and all the views, but also we're trying to look more into how do we upgrade that into making it more beneficial for many people, as more people as we can help with our content. So with the music base, we need to make it more beneficial. It has been doing quite well for now, so we're not really worried about that. With astrophysics, we also need to make it more beneficial. It's a bit more technical and theoretical and mathematical, so maybe that's why it has not managed to get more views. Maybe people are scared of calculations and the like, but if we find it more important to do those calculations, then we'll continue in that path. But if we see that we could change and make it a bit more acceptable in people's, or impressive in people's view, because we're not really trying to make it just exciting only and entertaining only, but we also want you to benefit from it, from our content. So we're going to upscale more videos in 2024. This just helps us to see the future in 2024 and see how best we can develop as Shumbafoot. In terms of the animations, we're also trying to do the same. I think you can see even in this program that the animations are trying to be made better and better. So we're going to continue that path in 2024. Hopefully we have more, but just go and check out more videos on Shumbafoot Creative Space. Definitely many people have not watched more videos on Shumbafoot Creative Space, so it's one of those, if there are less views and less subscribers on the channel, people are going to think the content is a bit boring or not. They're just going to think it's going to be boring. But definitely if you check it out, the rest of the videos, you'll find that it's very exciting, very entertaining, and also very informative and beneficial. So with this depth, we can see that technology has helped us to go and reach somewhere. We have developed a lot, and to even see this progress through this depth, we can say that indeed technology has made a huge impact in our content. So this is with the videos you can see on your screens, and you can analyze by yourself the summary of what we thought we could share with you. This is what I have been authorized to share with you. So just try and look at that and just get a very small picture of how Shumbafoot has been doing so far. Okay, now we move on to blogging. We have a few blogs that we have in Shumbafoot. If you check on Google and on the internet, you'll find that we have quite a number of blogs, just a few rather, but this is the data represented here on the scatter diagram. The scatter diagram just showing the data and what we have, just some of the, or rather all of them actually, but the one that you see at the far right, the top right place there, is the EAC PAL. It's the Education, Arts and Creativity PAL, which is just a branch or a segment or a department of Shumbafoot that looks into education, arts and creativity, which is where I come from as the director of the creativity community. So you find that this shows that in the EAC blog we have a lot more videos and posts and pages in terms of our content. So it's just a summary of everything in the content they put there, and then that also has given us a return of a lot of views. But we cannot say basing on this, because you see most of the blogs are right there at the bottom, but with the views and the blog content, we cannot conclude that that's the main reason why that specific blog is getting more views, for example. So we'll need to find the actual variable that could be contributing, that has a greater weighting in terms of its contribution to why that blog is where it is there, why that point is high up there and the rest are down there, close to the horizontal axis. So we find that that blog probably has quality content that people are looking for, the clickbait, the keywords, all those things that attract the algorithm, that even attract people who are searching for those things that will be offered in that specific blog, which may not be offered by the other blogs. So as content creators, maybe you may also have an idea of this when you do your content creation. Try to also find those factors and maximize on them so that you get more views and the like. But in Shumbafoot, we don't do it much for the views. We do it for the benefit of the people who are watching our content, who are reading these articles that we post on the blogs. We haven't been active on the blogs. We won't be active as much because we have found that videos are more they tend to have more efficiency and also being more effective in attracting people. So we might as well share our content on YouTube platform and also other platforms on social media that have video as their primary or main form of presenting content. Okay, and I'll end with this one. I think I've explained a lot, but the data just explains itself as well in terms of our progress. So we encourage people to support, like, share, comment, subscribe, and on the YouTube channel and on the blogs, just follow, like and comment, and then we can also look at more of the things that you may want to see on the Shumbafoot creative space, but we will not guarantee you that everything that you ask for will be granted. It depends on its eligibility in terms of the criteria that we have of the type of content that Shumbafoot produces. There are standards that we have to meet, so we cannot just accept everything. So in terms of the most successful category, we have astrophysics. We are looking at how frequent we post videos of that in that category, and also the quality of the videos that we're producing, how people are, or how accounts, because you might say people and then you find that there are many accounts that are just operating without people. Yes, that's one thing that we know is a danger on the internet, and we need to guard against that. We are closely monitoring that as well in Shumbafoot. So we find that the accounts or people that are viewing the content, they seem to be interested more in this field of astrophysics, but we are looking more into other things like animation. We have also seen some interest. Music, we have also seen some interest, so we'll also look into those other areas. But most recently, or in the 2023 period, we have seen that from the past Shumbafoot Global Summit of 2022 to this summit, we see that that period in between, we have made a lot of progress in terms of astrophysics. We've helped a lot of people who wanted that help in terms of their physics studies, and also we have built up some interest in some people. We have grown some interest in physics and astrophysics in general. So basically we have these three subcategories, and one is on the planets in our solar system, stars, and the dwarf planets. I think we all know about Pluto being demoted from a planet into becoming a dwarf planet. It was just a consensus or convention from the International Astronomical Union. We have the resolution B5 and B6 from that organization, or institution rather. So you just check it out and then you find out what I'm talking about. We reference it in some of our videos on the Shumbafoot creative space, so go and check that out. But basically that's how much progress we've made in terms of our pie chart, our astrophysics outline. That's the data there being presented. You'll find that the sector for stars is going to grow a bit larger because we're expecting to double the amount that we have from the planet series. We want to double that number in terms of the stars series. So we are targeting to have more than 16 videos by December 2024. But I am predicting that we'll achieve that by mid-year of 2024. So we'll get to see. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, I think I'm very much in the right direction. I'm a bit accurate in some of my estimations. So yeah, we'll wait and see what will happen. But that's basically the outline of the astrophysics sector, or astrophysics department of our content. So you just look at that and try to also share the content of astrophysics. We have seen that it has been widely accepted by a lot of people. So yeah, you can just share as well. If you find it exciting, just share for the benefit of those people that you're sharing with. Just tell them you're losing out, so that they really feel that they're getting to lose out on a lot that we are gaining here on the Shumbafoot Creative Space YouTube channel. So hopefully we are going to benefit in 2024, and I promise you more content, especially in other things like music, animation, and science and maths and commercials. We're going to get a lot. So just invite more people, share the content, help them to subscribe and like, and yeah, your comments are also appreciated. We appreciate those who have been suggesting that we start with the star series. You have been appreciated, but we know that it's a long way to go, but hopefully we'll reach our target. So that's basically from my part, from my department of creativity. I hope you have gained what you needed to gain. This was the authorized information I could only give for you. The rest you can just find out as you watch the videos on Shumbafoot Creative Space, just to confirm what I've been saying. But this is the information, and these are my predictions for 2024 and my estimations. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for this informative presentation. Since we are also looking at embracing our diverse cultures, may you please share what you have on this subject as we conclude this segment?
Yeah, I do have. And firstly, I would like to say, in terms of organizations and institutions, you cannot have that without a culture. Culture comes with the maturity of such an organization, of such an institution, of a society, of even a YouTube channel. Yes, if you have a culture in a YouTube channel, the people, the subscribers, the members, they'll react to things in a more civilized way, in a more organized way, because there's a culture. And you can see with the things that we have managed to produce, the content that we have managed to produce. And I really love the Shumbafoot art. That department is doing very well, and we can see that the art that's being produced, it reflects of course it is predominantly Afrocentric, but you find that it shows you the kind of culture that we would like to preserve as Shumbafoot. It also shows the things that we might believe in, and also the things that we want to promote, the positive things that we want to see in the world. As we are saying even in the Shumbafoot Global Summit, it's for a better Shumbafoot and a better world. So culture helps to bring that perpetual motion of driving driving those goals, driving the ideas that we have. That culture makes that, it puts that drive into action, and it also works together with tradition, heritage, because when the future generations see the things that we do today, or the things that our forefathers did, they are now motivated to move on in that direction, or to modify those things and make them better, or to even destroy them because they find it useless. So with culture, it helps you to appreciate why you shouldn't destroy that thing, why you shouldn't destroy the idea, why you shouldn't destroy the goal that we are trying to set and achieve. So culture is very important. And then also I would like us to also look at because in terms of creativity, I found that I haven't touched much on what I do, so I'll just give a snippet, which I was also authorized to give. We cannot just show you everything. You need to go on our blogs and find out. We have a plethora of information on design on our blog, so you just need to go there. So let's look at some principles of design that are used in Shumbafoot. So we're just going to look at 3 of them with balance, emphasis, and movement. These ones are my favorite, and we'll just go through them. So for balance, it's basically just the relationship between the elements and the space, which is the place where you are placing your elements. So for elements, we're just talking about, if you look at on the example that we have put, we have some faces that are there, and then you have the logo of the Shumbafoot Global Summit, and there's some inscriptions and some logos and the like. By the way, those things are just fictitious, but you see those things are there, and they're just showing you how the elements are positioned on that whole image, on the space that they are on. So there's some organization and the like. That's the balance. We are trying to make sure that the space that is left, we don't have to crowd all those elements in one corner or one place, which would then make it disorganized and not attractive, as you can see written there. And then we move on to emphasis. Emphasis is just basically trying to make one of the elements or more visible than the other ones. So we're trying to emphasize a certain point, and also when you're trying to put a certain message across, you would want a certain element to be emphasized. You want a certain element to be put on the spotlight. That helps you to get your message across to, if let's say it's an advert, to your customers, potential customers. And then also for Shumbafoot, we have our audience, so you need the message to go across to your audience. So as you can see here, you have those things in rectangles, the descriptions of the principles. You can see they're rectangles. It's trying to capture and emphasize on the points that are being raised in terms of explaining how the principles are like. It's just a summary of what the principle is all about. Okay, I see that our time is running out, so I'll just rush through with movement. So movement is basically, we are trying to see the movement of the elements, even if they are on still images or still pictures. You can see a wave, an ocean wave. It's not moving, but you can see that that's an ocean wave, and you can relate with it in the nature, in its nature. And also let's say for example with abstract art, you can see we have an example of splashing paint. If you just splash some paint, you can see the droplets of the paint, and all the designs that come out. If it's different colors, the polychromatic paint and the like, the different shades just scattering in the air or on a piece of paper, but you are not really seeing it moving, or the droplets flying around. You are just seeing a still image of it. Even with the video content, you can see that the videos, they tend to move, and that movement attracts your eyes most of the time. That's why we were saying that in blogs, people don't like reading most of the time, they want to watch the videos. So we tend to then, instead of writing articles on the different stars and planets and the like of astrophysics, we then tend to make it as a video with the audio and the visual effect, trying to appeal to all the senses, the olfactory, gustatory, visual, auditory, and all the other senses that you may think need to be appealed to, so that people are attracted to the content. It's more of, we see the importance of the content, but the viewer might not tap into that. So they have to be attracted first to the content, so that they buy time into dealing with the content, to watching the content, and then later realize that it's for their own benefit. So that's basically how we then deal with stuff in Shumbafoot. For your benefit, it's all for your benefit, for a better world and for a better Shumbafoot. I hope that has been very informative to you, as it has been to me all these years. And also, I would like to leave you with this question: are you noticing any progress in Shumbafoot content in terms of creativity and embracing culture?
Yes, the progress is notable and impressive in my view. With more content in the next year, I'm certain we'll get positive feedback on how the audience has benefited from Shumbafoot content for some years now. So this brings us to the end of the first segment of the summit. I hope you got a better understanding of the Shumbafoot stats, where we stand, and where we hope to be in the coming years. Thanks for your attendance and support, and see you in the next segment.